Singing in the rain. Welcome to an unexpected Dungeon Master 96. I'm having a strange concept today of Stereoland because, unlike usual, it's a shaky camera. And it's not shaky in the way that it's deliberately shaky in NYPD Blue. Oh no! It's because going through so many dungeons has shell-shocked me to the point of PTSD. I've done so many dungeons now. Calm down, you music. I know it's Stereoland, but I've done so many dungeons that it looks like this is the amount I've done. Down to here times 10 maybe. And all I ever wanted was to be a game technician for Wizards of the Coast, and now they've got me with these shaky mirror lamps inside the submarine. But we must go travel to the dungeon where we see the angels slaying the Archangel Michael, coming before him with their temple thrones. And by the way, this is National Geographic, of which I have worked before, and considering I know no more science, may never work again, but I did my part for National Geographic, and thus they have given me a pictorial history of the undergods, in which villages of scathing romantic peasants line up to get into Disney World for the first time and don't know why it's so far back to get into Disney World, but they're going to stay in line for hours and see if this mass chaos doesn't cease, because that's what they're there for. This is the constellation Drusidius, and Drusidius was a bar renowned in the solar district of the Alpha-Quack, and beneath the alpha system of the Stingray was a window into their soul. And this is a man throwing a knife at an angel, which, if you're gonna throw a knife at an angel, you gotta aim appropriately. Oh, I hate this entrenched religion stuff. It just gives me money for studying it. I don't want to do that anymore. Yuck, yuck. Get me away from religion. This is a painting called Religion, and it's got a man pushing a man down and holding him under. That's what it's like to be part of my church. You get held down and your head gets squished, but you enjoy it, and you're not really sure who your master is or who your savior is. But this guy's master, if we can focus on him. See, this is Abraham from the fake Bible, the one that people go by today in America. That one, that's Abraham right there. And I'm not saying he's of the Judaic lineage. I'm not going to touch that one. But I do know the Bible was written by Jews, and it was used to trick people into believing it was true so they could go about with the real Bible, which no one's ever seen except these three men. And this might as well be the Pope's grandson, the next Pope, but I wouldn't want to test him as a bat. Now we have green, many views. Yonder, the windows, the painfulness, the sorrows. Oh, hello. Did you put your laundry out for me? All right. We can't really show this one because it's kind of embarrassing and everybody's got their freaking shirt off. This is the part of the Bible where Loquacius and Anderetta meet each other in the Apocrypha above the seat in the first Maccabees and say, "Where is the angel of Sarah's giving?" And she has a baby long after, and it's a beautiful painting. And we just go on and on about how this is the aftermath of the Disney World line. They're still wondering how they got left behind, but got to meet a nice statue people. And the statue people were playing tennis ball, and all he wanted was to go over to and lay a big smacker right on her lips. He was going to walk right over to her and lay a big smacker on his lips. This is the quiet time where we must be quiet. Shh. Let us observe thine position of thine wine. Oh, he's kind of dying, but if we touch him here, his stomach will fly out, and then the alien that's burrowing in it will pop out of that. So see, it's not like the alien pops right out. You got to pop the stomach out first, and then the alien pops out. I said this was quiet time. All right, Martha, but I'm telling you, he may be a virgin birth. Well, if that just means he's not a woman, I don't respect the way he said that.
Look at me. I'm by the well of hopes, the well of dreams. And if I reach in there, I might be able to get my quarterback. Hang on, I don't mean a quarterback of football. Come on. Football has been blessed by the gods as the sport of the beholder. And lo, do I wear this cabbage upon my head to see you, of all people, try out for sports this year and not read this religious shiznit that's only going to pay you money and not bribery. And I'm giving, if that's what you want, but... Meetings by Water, chapter 10 of the Unholy Bible. And it slew unto me who were the dragon many days before the cause of the fall of sympathy, which was quashed out for all those that did not survive, as well as the one who did and was killed later. Now, here we look at this painting. Oh, I'll tell ye a tale. They had instruments. What is he holding there? Oh, that's that bat that the Pope turned into. Hang on. He's got him upside down. Don't worry, you'll get out of there. Hey, do I have to take that from you? There's a muskrat on my shoulder and it looks like an armadillo chinchilla. Ah, get the chinchilla off my neck. All right. You know, making fun of paintings is one thing, but sometimes you got to realize there's distaste. These aren't paintings, man. These are illustrations that the National Geographic staff drew and colored. No, I'm kidding. Oh, Vista. Finally, a peaceful image. And I'm shaking. I'm shaking like a leaf. Like Corneria. Like the planet of Esau. This is the wretched book that we call the Bible that is full of lies. Well, at least this picture is not a lie. There really are such things as shepherds. Laban, this is cool. I remember him in the Book of Mormon. Yeah, okay. So it's Book of Mormon. We can lay off the throwing it away right away, but we'll throw it away later. Like if we gotta go to war, we'll throw it away. But if we keep it, then maybe we'll get nicer to each other and we'll teach each other nice things. Oh, sorry, I get really teary-eyed when I get bullied, and I'm okay, man. The other day I was held upside down and thrown against the wall, and all I did was accidentally tell them I don't read the Bible anymore, and they're like, "You read the Bible ever? How dare you waste your time on literacy?" Now, if the... Not that it's not an illiterate medium. I mean, look at this. It's a picture, not a word. His name is a word, and there's a word in the picture, but what good is knowing names of these old scads anyway if they only have a few stories and they're not even as interesting as the Odyssey and the Iliad combined? But they are based on the Odyssey and Iliad combined, because those were stories that stretched back before theirs. And even before that, there was this painting, which takes me to a nicer place. A more candid place of hurrying and washing, being of kin, knowing. The tree was thus withered when thine pass in thine branches of scurriful memory unchained, unbeing, untruth. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning, man. Climb your mountain, climb every giant totem pole. It's a good thing we set up that stairway to heaven, or I'd have never gotten any sleep about it. What's at the top? It looks like a cloud. Keep going, keep going. She's buying a stairway to heaven right now, and there's more sheep to prove they're shepherds. I knew I had faith in the shepherds. The shepherds were the ones that got me. The fact that there were even shepherds at all made me realize this whole story is amazing. This story brings me to tears. Hang on. National Geographic doing, hang on. We got to read why National Geographic actually did anything about the Bible. Not that National Geographic's wrong about anything, because they're not. And they're the ultimate gods, but I'll never defy them. But I'm just saying, the Bible, that's kind of tacky. I guess this one proves it wrong, kind of, because you look at the paintings, and I've never seen anybody with wings, but they used to have them in the Middle Ages, these really have these genetically altered mutants, and they'd put wings on them and sew them on, and they'd flicker them around at their elbows. So, yeah, they did have wing clones back then, but they illegalized cloning back during Prohibition, and nobody really knows why they have to go to Europe to clone anything, but I'm going there myself to clone the Dungeon Master, and then he can start a new game called Dungeon Masters. But I think I already gave that game away, and I don't know it's coming soon somewhere or something. So if you want to pick up the pieces, because we're on 96, I mean, there's no looking back, and I don't even want to tell you how many episodes of that Dungeon Masters. But anyway, whoa! Something weird just happened. We just hit a level up. I don't know why. Oh, because the boss battle with the angel, yeah. Whoa! Dexterity +3, Constitution +5. Alacrity challenge card for next boss battle that can't get through. Ultimately, you can choose any level of Dungeon Master. Dexterity and Constitution are being the main. HP +3. Level 78 for the Dungeon Masters on this Dungeon Master 96. And I'm not parting you because you're not getting away with that easy. But remember, you can watch the dungeons in any order. As long as you get through them all, it's easier to go from beginning to end. But there may be a reason to skip around. And if you've been skipping around, then that's the only way you've probably gotten here probability-wise. Because no one's followed me this far into Dungeon Master yet. You gave up. You gave up at level 30 when it seemed absurd to go on. And I'm the one who's supposed to tell you what you're seeing. I tell you what you're seeing, and it's there. I can barely tell you what you're not seeing when it's not there and you're talking things towards. I won't get into that. Now, this is Barbara and Cosette from the vaudeville stage, and they were in their own winklings early on from the day of decimals and pentagrams and oatmeal laces and quadrophenias, and later they're going to get together and dance the Rosie and make each other out. Realistic looking picture, kind of. Look at the way this painting's kind of realistic. It's not realistic with the characters because they're all in the Bible, and that means they're non-existent. But I don't really know if you know what this is. That the Blue Danube? Is that Austria? Where are we exactly? I'm going over here. I'm going up here. I'm going away from that one. I didn't like how it was a modern-day setting. This one makes much more sense. It looks like The Ring Cycle by Wagner. No, not quite Wagner. He wouldn't like the Semitic text, and I'm staying out of the New Testament for having already made fun of it in all of my strange poetic novel hybrids, said the author who was feeding me lines through a teleprompter that were being spewed out. Look, wow! How'd you do that? Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Sorry, that was welcome to Stereo Universe and Dungeon Master. We are going to get back to our visual history with a word from these sponsors. And as much as I love this version of tomorrow, we are also going to adjust to the sound of the cause. And I want you all to know that this is what I had tried to explain. That the German for Die Zwiebelflute is the magic trout. It's the same word, the magic flute. And there is a magic trout, but more importantly, there's a magic flute. And it's the Ocarina of Time. And ocarinas aren't really flutes, but now, the only reason I'm having the magic flute is because I was having a hard time concentrating on paintings, not because of the wonderful classical music we heard in small parts before the Rhine of the Gold. I just had to take a break from that dungeon. It was making me a little oppressed, and like I was feeling unworthy of Satan for one thing. And I know they say not to say that name on the movies, and I know that there's some serious people that are doing serious things with serious ideals. But I just can't do that. This is the comedy version of Dungeon Master, so bear with me. You don't have to watch this show. I won't make fun of you necessarily. I won't make fun of you. Nobody likes being made fun. But I do see a potential in what we could figure out about this. Although we don't talk about it, and so I'll only say that the sons of Jacob are the sons of Satan. Instead of using that word so many times, because I know it causes negative vibes to go all through the TV waves and causes televisual franticness, and people start turning into whales and, whoa, see, it did again, it even made my book look. Wow, this whole podium went from up to down in 16 seconds. Hang on. The phone has loosened up because the name has been chosen of the child. It has been, Lucifer, I seek heed to your war. Bring me your head and I will bake it for Gooseberry. Oh no, we have not seen the last of the wretched devil before our course. And now the rest of that sentence, so here we go. I see you briefly talking to me, saying things about me in corsets in the rain. I see you deeply moving through me, deeply causing to me like shadows with pain. I see one of the things that you cannot see, and that is for the notion that everyone that loves you must have had love potion. What am I looking at? Focus. Focus. No, we're not talking about that anymore. We just had to scare everybody, and now we're scared even more. The upgrade to the camera is the thing. I'm wondering why that just happened. Why do they upgrade me in the middle of my performance? Does that mean all my videos get upgraded? So this beautiful new course of... Wow, all I had to... Now this is an ancient sculpture called Diadem. And she actually has been given some cloned skin to patch it on. You know, skin doesn't just come from cloning. You can grow it in a plant. And we gave it to her and she fell asleep. And it says dreams and their meanings? Well, I had a dream and it made a lot more sense to the Bible than I didn't need a freaking prophet to tell me the meaning of the dream. And the dream goes like this. I woke up, I had pancakes, I turned on the radio, and there was an assassination attempt on myself that I didn't know about, that I heard that morning on the radio, and I was so shocked that someone had almost killed me that my heart went out to me. My heart went out to me. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know someone was trying to kill you. Was it random? And was it horrible? And are you okay? And did they arrest the person? And I said, no, there were 3 or 4 that were trying to kill me on a regular basis. But I'm not in danger, though, because my psychologist says if someone's trying to kill me, then I'm in danger. And that would mean I'd have to go, into the, restaurant at the end of the universe type thing to explain to them why I'm not really in danger just as someone wants to kill me. But really, between you and me, no one wants to kill me, so I think we'll be okay. But really, if someone wanted to kill me, I'd be the one in danger. Therefore, I'd be the menace, and it would have to be taken to the, the clinic. Because it's my fault that other people want to do that, especially in ancient Rome, or where the hell this frickin' thing is, man. Why do we have to do religious studies? Why are all the paintings looking the same? National Geographic? You saved me, National Geographic. I was going to say everything was looking like a witchboard or something, and it wasn't working. Witchboard comes too soon. Where are you, buddy? If I had a witchboard... Oh, man, I'm going to have to translate the text. All right, I got this thing here. It's my Ouija board. I mean, I know this is kind of controversial, but I got to translate this Egyptian text to see what it means, because I never, I used to be Mormon, so I practiced like this book is, or something, but I'm not going to judge what version of religion you are, okay? Like, that's up to you, but, Mormons are allowed to do this, so hang on. Okay. Even get this menacing creature open. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. The Ouija board is stifled. Someone has broken it and used its hinge to defeat the obvious logic that it's ever going to open again. On my Squire, on my reason, it's open! It's open! Alright, back to this. It says, alright, so we see the things on this board. Goodbye. Why are you telling me goodbye? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey. Goodbye. Now, Dungeon Master doesn't normally do this, but we think we can get the final key to find the master key pick lock to get open any treasure chest. And while we don't really run into treasure chests, only about 2 in Dungeon Master with the 96 levels, kind of embarrassed about that, but this treasure is what we found in the 3rd dungeon. But we didn't tell anyone about it, and if we did, it is for shame, because this is the ultimate garden to the dreams of the necromancer, who will tell you the answer to all the things that please you. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be here, but this is how I play my spelling bees anyway. So look, we match down here, move it around. Oh, I'm not moving it. There we go. Okay, now see, highlights the letters. It says there was a security of levels that were held on the breach that were impeached to teach all the things that we reach. And they beseeched all the screeches that were in this deep of the way that we sleep when we go back to sleep. Are they talking about truly in the sleep? Second to last master picklock required. You have the gold key. The gold key. The gold key for studying religion. Religion in the hood. Religion. Religion. We're up to no good. That's lame, dude. I don't think religious jokes are funny. I don't think there is religion. I don't think there's such a thing as religion. What do you think? Not really, but we're in a religious book talking about how there's no religion, and we just think that if we're in a religious book with no religion, then there's no religion. But why are we in a religious book about it? I don't know. That's pretty weird. So if I'm in a religious book, does that mean I automatically get to be painted with you tucking me in? How brave of you to tuck me in. How squalor of you to tuck me in. How beautiful. Argue about religion, that's not what I want to do. And that's why you're writing it in a religious book, too. Alright, what makes a book religious? That being this guy, because if you look, he's got a bong attached to his chin. He's got a bong attached to his chin. He has. Trust me. You know what else we can do with this book? It's not a book, it's a dungeon. And when is a dungeon not a book? A dungeon's not a book when you can fidget spin on it. If I'm with my fidget spinner, fidget spinner. Okay, now, before I get into the next gravity-induced parallel, I was trying to make sure to tell you that the Bible's not real. I know this National Geographic makes the Bible seem real. I know this picture looks like something out of a Polaroid camera. And Polaroid cameras already have a mean phallogocentric perspective with those giant lenses. So don't you tell me this isn't a man's world made for men. Oh, these are the Egyptians. We're okay. Never mind, this is cool. Look, there's more to translate, but the Ouija board is all sacked out for now. It said it summoned 20 spirits of the Bible, and they all started preaching at it about why to be a shepherd. Well, that's all they ever talk about in the Bible. What else is there to talk about in the Bible? Jesus, it's the Shepherd's Guidebook to Shepherdism. But it's a terrible version of it because the actual Shepherd's Guide's done by experts, not by these amateur guys that are... these are the Egyptians. We're okay. Tomorrow, Nan, were a religious sect that came out of the prophecy of the second child of the children of Israel, which would be among the servants of the Egyptian people that were taken in and formed a new league under their own as the Egyptians that wanted to take prisoner all slaves. And slaves already are all taken prisoner, aren't they, darling? I don't know any slaves anymore. I don't know you anymore. I'm the enchantress, and I don't know if things are going my way, and if that's even my old ring, and if you even really like me. I mean, can I get some money from you? Well, look at the fireplace. Fire, 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 fire. Fill the page of my whole book with one last thing, desire. Man, I didn't know there were dogs in the Bible. Now I like the Bible all of a sudden. The Bible didn't have any dogs the first 1,000 times I read it for class. But now that there is one, I'm totally cool with everything in the Bible. Sorry, guy, didn't mean to be all telling you to throw it away, burn it, wipe my ass with it, smoke it into roll-up joints. Is what I wanted to do with the Bible. But now that I see that there's a dog in it, I'm going to have to recant my theory, because, when I see a dog, I'm like, I don't want that picture to go away just because it reflects the Bible. Not that I want these pictures to go away. I'm not a censorship guy. The ACLU, they want me to even ban National Geographic for putting the Bible in. Now, hear me out. If there's a dog in it, will the ACLU let the whole thing slide and say people can ridiculously follow it even though there's oppression? And they said, well, that dog was a dirty trick by National Geographic to get reinstated, but okay. So we're solved with the case. And I think if you see what I'm looking at, you can hear the people get angry, but they're not, because they just have to lunch near Disney World on the side. We got pictures of ourselves in line at Disney World, and they kept evolving in some way. Oh my gosh, it's you, the one. Now, that's not a garden hose, that's a real dog. We went down to the river to pray, something about that good old man who would wear the rose and crown. Good Lord, show me the way. Dude, these chicks are like the Moses chicks, man. They found Moses in a basket. It's a baby in a basket. Look at him, dude. He looks like a full-grown human, but like the little shrunken version is this curious case of Moses Button. Come on now. Does he have a gun in there and he's guns in Moses? Come on now. These chicks got big guns so they can actually lift him out of there when he's a whole full-grown human. Is this a perspective painting? Suddenly I believe the whole story again more. Now I'm seeing why people believe in this, but being a rigid Luciferian as I am as Dungeon Master and Gygax re-encountering our whole game, and now the airwaves have been polluted with more noise of the evil side of being evil, and we're all going in. Oh, the camera got better. How did that happen? Every time I even mention the devil, the camera gets better. Well, that's only because when I was a young kid, I said, can I have a better and better camera every 2 seconds? Did I say the devil? And bing, 1, 2, there it is. But it can't keep upgrading as it goes. And guess what this camera does? It upgrades as it goes. So it's no coincidence that the savior of damnation was upon us on that one. And I apologize if you don't like hearing about the savior of damnation, if it tears up your velodromes and causes something bad to happen. But it's not as bad as the other side, where people say the word like Moses or whatever from this Bible, and way bigger catastrophes happen intentionally. So let us not forget that we're actually safe in our devil tree compared to these guys in their Christian tree or whatever it is. But this is not Christian tree, this is Judaic. We can't bum the Judaic off. It's all written there, of course, for us to believe it, so they can lie to us about that and then do the real verses themselves and keep it all to themselves. Ours doesn't even want to keep it all themselves. They just admit it's all lies. And then this is the only thing that I like is pictures. Pictures of a dungeon. Now, this is a cross-section of the me morta, of the diaporta, of the simple man. Be a simple kind of man. Here we go, a simple kind of man. A simple kind of man. This isn't simple. It's the last of the Walt Disney... Oh, they got into Walt Disney World. Now they're waiting in line. Okay. Is that the Cowardly Lion? Is that a fish fork? Is this a snake? Is this Sweden where the snakes talk? The snakes talk outside the Palladium in Dungeon Master. We have seen the snakes Oh, that's what they're playing as we have seen the Snakes of Sweden sing outside the dungeon phase. And now we fade from this episode of Dungeon and Master. We can't be persuaded into going for another hour, half hour. We would get rotted out before we got anywhere near here. We would get loomed out before the episodic of Gibraltar. We would be tithed out before the reign of New Jersey and all the things that were in the Rhine of the letter of things that I had bore with. And this was not a desire of KG, wanton, rampant desire. Most of it's just people waiting outside Disney World. And then the very nice poppets over here, and a lovely sect of cues over there. And not a dream, not a dream, not a dream. But where we have to go, this is like a really cool. Does everyone have their color blindness? This will test it. And once I saw the word Ezekiel and saw that stained glass be him, I knew National Geographic was just covering up for the Bible and lying themselves so they could keep the real truth, like the Judaic people, amongst themselves in secret. But this dungeon has led me, besides to seeing this great picture, and I wonder what would happen if we animated it. It doesn't exactly animate. Let's try it again. Kind of worked. Now we go to Stereoland and we say goodbye on this wonderful day. We kind of think to ourselves, what would this dungeon have been if we'd have gone any further, if we had further to go? If we just stopped right now and enjoyed that random level up in that dungeon and say, the book ones are the difficult ones. We've been through so many books together. It's so exciting that we got to see a demon on the book go from one side to the next. A long time ago, this Dungeon Master was established that if all technology went out, we'd still find a way to do all Dungeon Masters. And now we're sitting here with 16 Dungeon Masters left. Oh, 17 Dungeon Masters left. Or maybe 18, or maybe 17, or maybe 16. I can't calculate it. It seems to be the surprise ending might be in 3 parts. And I don't dare say that there's any more of a preview for future Dungeon Master. We should just listen to Magic Flute. But if we're listening to Magic Flute, then how do we get to this picture of Isaiah? Oh, I can't do it anymore. I like National Geographic. I've worked for them. I love them. But this thing called the Bible's got to be put an end to. And Stereoland agrees. Because the Bible doesn't make any sense, and it's so contradictory, and everything about it's bad writing. One good thing happened in it. Some dude got his ass kicked. Okay. That's it. That's the only cool thing that happened in it. One fight in the whole book. And the paintings, yeah, they're antiquity. Yeah, I mean, if we got rid of Christian paintings, then we'd have to get rid of Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper, because even though he's a raging Satanist and he painted a Christian picture, we all know we can't get rid of Christian pictures because most of the people that paint them are raging Satanists. So, on that note, let me just say, if you're still scared of the vortex vibes that went through everywhere on that one and got everyone to do something evil, let me just tell you, before you get too worried about that, you should see what the other side does. And on that, I hear an amen. Say la. Come on now, let's sing a song. Let's get it going. Hallelujah, I'm feeling it.